Oi oi, what's your blokes and blokettes? How are we all doing? So, finally, in this video, this one, I'm going to be ceramic coating her, but first I've got to give her a good wash, detail her with a clay bar, then polish her. So, I'm going to shut up, follow along, and I'll see you the other side. Toodle-pip! Watcher, blokes and blokettes, you're through to Oi Oi Works. I'm the Baldy Brit Bloke, and this is my YouTube channel. Oi oi! Oi oi! Okay, I'm back already. This is what we're going to be using. It's a British product. And this is a clay bar. So first of all, I'm going to get my bucket. I use GLEAMING car shampoo. Give her a good wash over. The reason I'm washing her is to get rid of all this crap, first of all, the dead bug spatter. She has a protective clear vinyl wrap on the front, so I can't polish it, but I can give it a good wash. And it's on here as well, and on the A-pillars. You can see it there, where it changes. Unfortunately, when it was applied, the company that applied it did not wash her before they put it on, so it's quite messy, which is a bit of a shame, but once the ceramic coat's on there, keep her clean, and it'll protect these lights that I did on the other video too. Give me a few moments to get a bucket and a hand mop together, and then I'm going to start washing her. This stuff smells so good. It smells like bubble gum. This is what I'm aiming to clean out. I've got a toothbrush to get it all inside here, these little grooves. All aligned here, in there. You give it a really good, and you can see it here. There's dirt just in these little grooves behind the badge here and under here. It's all dirty. So I'm going to get a toothbrush and really get inside there, and in here as well. I might have to pop those out. See the little dirt line there. She will soon be looking as good as new. I won't bore you with the rest of it. What I'm going to do, finish washing her, wipe her down, and then I'm going to concentrate on those little grooves first. And I'll start filming again then. See you in a bit. If you've never seen one of these before, try and get hold of one. I believe they're called a detailer's wand. And all it is like a wiper blade. Very, very flexible. But it gets all the excess water off. It's really useful. It helps dry the vehicle quicker. Oh my gosh. They are flipping good. I'm rather partial to English sweets if I can get hold of them. Quality. It's working. Very, very tedious. See, it's getting it up. It's a bit of a faff, to be honest. One of the joys of having pale coloured cars. Yeah, I'm not going to record much more of it because it's just going to take me hours, I think. I'm going to try a few different things on it. This is just the regular Auto Gleam car shampoo that I use on it, just mixed with water like I would do normally to wash the vehicle. It's got a whole bunch of cheap toothbrushes from the dollar store. Slowly getting there, slowly. It's going to take a while. Hey, how goes it, blokes and blokettes? So, I've upgraded to a nail brush. This is much better. It's quicker, but flipping heck, it's a ball ache. That door, that front door, took me an hour to do all around here and along the bottom, along the bump strip, and along this top bit here. But this has come out loads better. It's gone. This is what I'm trying to get rid of here, whether you can see it. And all that's happening is I just have to keep wetting it and keep scrubbing it. It softens it a bit. Years and years of grime build up, and I don't want to protect it with the ceramic coat because then it will never come off. Yes, if you're doing this at home, allow yourself a flipping day. Absolute pain in the neck. Oh well, it'll look nice when it's done. Honda. Not ideal using this, but there is no other way to get rid of the... It's almost become enamel, the dirt. Unfortunately there's no other way to get rid of it. Still a few little bits of residue, dirt residue on there. This side has taken me about 2 hours now. I've been on it since 4 o'clock and it's almost 6. When all else fails, oi oi! That's what I'm trying to get rid of, that little build up there. So what I do is I wet it all up, leave it for a bit, let the water work on it, I'll hopefully soften it, and then I'll come back and rub it again in a few minutes. I mentioned in one of my other videos I've never cleaned her before like this. I've never given her a deep detail because it's so time consuming, but I do not want to put the clear coat on there without doing this. And once I've done the sides and the back, I've got to concentrate on the front grille, front bumper. It's coming along, just taking an awful lot longer than I anticipated. I'm going to clear up now and put her back in our place and get the tractor in, because I am done. I'm actually just in the process of working through bronchitis, which is a bit frustrating. So I've got to look after myself. Oi oi! Both packed away for the night. Just got to put the garage door down. Put the Fiesta in front of them for the night. Oh, it's time for tummy tickles, obviously. Good girl, good girl. Say hello to everyone. Say hello to everyone. Hey, this way. Plenty time for dinner for that one. I'm going to say goodnight, and I'll see you tomorrow back on Audrey. Hopefully get to the polishing tomorrow and maybe even the ceramic coat, but it's taken so long. We'll see. Good night everyone, I'll see you tomorrow. Oi oi, watch your blokes and blokettes. It is the next day now. I've gone and got myself some toothpicks from the dollar store, and I'll show you why I got them. I'm still battling with the detail, the dirt that's caught in this detail around all the door handles. So I'm going to soak it, scrub it with the nail brush, let it soak for a bit, and then pick at it with the toothpicks just to get in here. And it's the same on all the door handles. The top bits come up quite nice, the bottom bits come up quite nice now because I can get to those, It's just these 4 little set areas here on all 4 door handles. Hopefully it won't take too long. I'm going to allow myself about an hour. Then I'm going to start on the clay barring because this is just taking too long. It's absolutely ridiculous. So let's get after it. The all along the grooves here, sorry, the trim pieces here on all the windows is done now. It's come up well. I'm not going to waste any more time on that. It's just these bits. So I'm going to leave that soaking for a few minutes. Do the same to all the door handles and then come back and have a little dig at it with the picks, the toothpicks. Well happy with how this is coming out. Just gently put it in here. And it's clearing out these little detail bits now that the dirt in there is softened and that the bristles won't dislodge it, but this certainly does is get a little bit more pressure on it. So yeah, well buzzed, working very, very well. So I just got to do this on the other 3 handles and then break out the clay bar. About flipping time too. Well happy. How they've come out, all in there nice and clean. But wait, there's more. Check out the Honda badge. Look at that. I went all around that with the toothpick and it's amazing. I am so buzzed with how it's come out. Now I'm going to move around to the front. I'm going to give the front a wash to get rid of all the dead bugs. Yes, I had forgotten that I need to wash the front before I start doing the clay bar. So I'm not going to film this. I'm just going to wash it, get rid of all the dead bug marks on the grille and the splodges on the bonnet. I'm going to be able to clay bar this, but I won't be able to polish the front because it's got that PPF on it. And I don't want to damage that. Yeah, finally, feels like I'm making some progress after faffing around with those flipping door handle for goodness knows how long. And the bump strips, they took hours yesterday, literally hours. So frustrating. Anyway, I'm going to shut up, get the front washed, get it all dried down, and then see you again when we start clay barring. Now I'm going to use the same stuff as I used to wash her. So that's Autogleam car shampoo. I'm going to splash it all on the bonnet, and then using this, I'm just going to rub it across, and what that does is it pulls out the little bits of grit. Any little bit of micro pieces of grit or salt or sand or dirt, it just pulls it off the surface. And I've got to do that in the whole car. Like a stress ball. I wondered if it was children's modelling clay or plasticine. It doesn't smell like that really. I'm not even going to do it on here because it's got this film on. It's actually leaving some of the blue colour behind of the clay bar. So no, I'm not going to do that anymore. Proper pain, but that's okay. Back in the game. I'm such a knobhead. I'm such a muppet. I realised why now. It was making such a mess on this. I hadn't lubricated it. Oh, you knobhead. So yes, I can do this, and this is working just as good. Awesome. So I have done, it doesn't take too long. This picks up everything, literally everything. So I'm going to do the wings and the front bumper as well now. Sweet. Funny how when I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, which is using Car body wash is a body shampoo is a lubricant. It works perfectly. Strange that, isn't it? Absolutely blown away by that clay bar, what it's done. I've had them done, I've had my cars clay barred before, but I've never tried it myself. It comes up so smooth. Oh my gosh, it's astonishing. So the next bit I've got to do, I'm so pleased with how that back badge has come out. That was a right old mess. Next thing I've got to do is polish it. The sides, it shouldn't take too long. I'm not going to do the roof. I clay barred the roof as well, and that's just, oh, it feels like a baby's skin. It's absolutely, oh, I just want to keep stroking her. Yeah, well buzzed as you can tell. So I'm going to get an extension cable, just give her a quick polish. Running out of time now. I have to start cutting the grass because it's getting so long. Running out of time, I'm going to have to carry on again tomorrow, which is a bit of a pain, but that's okay. I'm not in any rush really, and I want to make sure that I get it done to my liking. Okay, here's the polishing pad, the mop or whatever it's called. Alright. Do not put that on the floor. Otherwise it'll be a nightmare. I don't understand what's happening. I wonder if it's too damp. I'm having a bit of hassle with this. I had not expected this. I've done this before, but I haven't had this happen. It's you can see this. See it here. Oi, oi, back in the game. As I was falling asleep last night, I was thinking about this door. You'll remember yesterday I was having trouble getting it to clean up with the polish, and I think my mistake was I put too much polish on there. I'm going to clay bar it again. I'm not going to polish it like I said I was going to do. Her bodywork is in quite good condition, so I'm just going to clay bar this again, and then I'm going to start putting on the ceramic coat. Let's get it done. Flipping heck, it is stuck. Oh, I didn't want to do this. That's why they had it in a special wrap of some sort in there. It gets quite hot in here during the day, so it's all oh, I can feel it there. Now let's give this a go, see what's inside it. Some gloves. Little application pad, and the magic itself. I'm going to put it on the the bonnet first. Let's see how this goes. Put the lid back on. Always put the lid back on. Always put the lid back on. This stuff is flipping priceless. Oh, you bugger. Let's do the headlights next. I am just finishing up the first one. Just wanted to put a suggestion in, or recommendation. This ceramic coat can be used on your windows, which is great, excellent. You hardly have to use the wipers for the first few rainstorms after you put it on. It's mega stuff. But I was just going to say, I have clay barred these to get any bits of grit or anything, the dirt that's on them, off. Make sure you clay bar them. So even with that, just while I'm whipping it around, it's getting caught up on these pieces of trim and it's pulling this off. So make sure to clay bar the glass. It will come up much cleaner. And yeah, just wiping her all down. And then I'm going to put the other coat on. Love it. Very easy to apply. That one downside is it is expensive. It's fine for people like me that are anal about cars. It's excellent if you've got a high-end vehicle and you want to protect it. Leased vehicle even. But whether it's something that all car owners would do, that's your choice. I'll do Audrey, I'll do FEDOSUIA, I'll do Abby, and I'll do Fiona, but I won't do the work one. Oh. Yeah, it's amazing. It literally feels like silk. And I've still got one more to put on, one more coat to put on the other stuff, so well happy. Yeah, fascinating stuff, incredible. The flipping shine on her, man alive. Alright, I'm just going to rub the rest of her down and then we'll get onto the serum coat as well, the second coat. Hello blokes and blokettes. Now, this one. This is the second coat, or top coat. You don't need to always put this one on, this just gives it an extra layer of protection. The gloves, little applicator, slightly different in this one, it's got a little pipette to take the solution out with and drop it onto the applicator. So I'm going to do exactly the same with this, using the little applicator, do the hood, do the grille, do the front bumper, do the wings, do the windshield, gradually work my way back on both sides and then do the back last. It's literally exactly the same. A few drips on here, wipe it on with the applicator, leave it for a couple of minutes, wipe it off with a clean microfiber cloth and do the same all the way over the car. So as with most of this process, at least over the last couple of days, I've not been filming it all just because it's so repetitive and it'd be boring for you. And that's exactly what I'm going to do with this thing. I'm going to do it all, then I'll show you afterwards. Once this one has been put on, I have to leave it for a few hours before I can drive it so it can cure off. It is almost like you're putting an extra coat, not of paint because it's not as thick as that, but it's an actual application that you're applying something to the surface of the vehicle. Already she looks, the shine on her looks deeper. and I'm not imagining it, it's just the camera doesn't pick it up properly. And it feels, I said it a few minutes ago, it feels silky. That's about the only way I can describe it. Enough of my waffle. I'm going to get this coat on. Then once it's dried, I'll show you then. See you in a bit. Toodle-pip. Oi oi! Watch your blokes and blokettes. So finally, this process is complete. Look at her. Just look at her. She is absolutely gleaming. When I put this coat on, the first coat, I wasn't so sure about it, but now that I've put the second coat on, there's a depth to the shine. I'm just blown away by it. As I said yesterday, I'm definitely going to use it on FEDOSUIA and Fiona and Abby. And what it will do, you see this here, all these dead flies, the spatter on here, bird poo and everything, and on the windshield just across the road from where I live is the Grand River, and it's this time of year in the evening, if I'm driving along there, there's thousands of flies. They're a nightmare to get off. Once they've dried on there, they're an absolute pain in the backside. Whereas with this, I know it's going to be a lot easier to wipe them off. Each time I wash her, they'll just wipe off. I don't know how long this is going to last on here. Because I've got 5 cars that I use, they're not all getting exposed to the elements all of the time. Like if I just had 1 or 2 cars, I sort of spread the load of driving around them depending on which ones I want to drive that day. So it may last quite a long time, it may last 2 years, I don't know. But I'll update you from time to time on my Instagram. I just wanted to show you this. This blows me away. I don't know whether you can see it. It's just, look at that. It's like water off a duck's back. I've never seen anything like it. So, do I recommend it now? Abso-flippin-lutely. It gets the oil work thumbs up. But it's your own choice, right? If you're not into cars like I am and other people that follow the channel, then it might not be for you. If you've got a classic car or a collector's car or a hypercar or a sports car, or you just like cars period, then why not give it a try? What I'm expecting is it's going to make it cheaper for me to wash the cars each time. Basically it'll just be a rinse all the dirt off and wipe it off with a chamois. So that will save a bit of time and money long term as well. Yeah, I'm really happy with how it's come out. So that's the end of this video. I'm going to close up here. I want to go and get myself a nice steak for supper. You know the drill. If you like the video, please make sure to give it a little tap for the thumbs up. And if you enjoy the content on the channel, why not consider subscribing? It's free. Can't go wrong with that, can you? I appreciate it very much, and I'll see you all on the next one. Toodle-pip.